Sarah wiped the fog from her windshield as rain hammered against her old sedan. She was exhausted after her double shift at the diner, her body aching and her mind already on the bills piling up at home. Her 8-year-old daughter, Emma, was waiting with the babysitter, and every minute of overtime cost her more money she didn't have. As she turned onto Maple Street, her headlights caught a figure stumbling on the sidewalk, an elderly man drenched to the bone, struggling to stay upright against the wind. Most people would have driven past, and for a moment Sarah almost did. She was tired, broke, and had her own problems, but something in her heart wouldn't let her leave him there. She pulled over, rolled down her window, and called out, "Sir, are you okay? Please get in, let me take you home." The old man looked at her with grateful, watery eyes. His hands trembled as he reached for the door handle. Sarah got out despite the pouring rain and helped him into the passenger seat, then grabbed an old blanket from the back to wrap around his shivering shoulders. "What's your address?" she asked gently. He gave her directions in a weak voice to a neighborhood on the other side of town, the expensive side where Sarah only drove through on her way to work. The drive took 20 minutes, and during that time the old man, whose name was Henry, told her about his late wife, his walks that kept him feeling alive, and how he'd gotten disoriented when the storm hit suddenly. When they arrived at a beautiful stone mansion, Sarah's eyes widened, but she simply helped Henry to his door, making sure he got inside safely. He thanked her profusely, asking for her name and number, but Sarah just smiled and said, "Just take care of yourself, sir," before driving back into the rain. The next day, Sarah was making breakfast for Emma when there was a knock at her apartment door. A man in an expensive suit stood there holding a briefcase. "Miss Sarah Mitchell? I'm Robert Caldwell, Mr. Henry Patterson's attorney. May I come in?" Sarah's heart raced with worry. Had something happened to Henry? Mr. Caldwell sat down and opened his briefcase, pulling out documents. "Mr. Patterson wanted me to find you. He's terminally ill, which is why he was so disoriented yesterday. He has no living relatives, and your kindness deeply moved him. He's arranging for a trust fund for your daughter's education, fully paid through university, and he's leaving you his late wife's bakery downtown, mortgage-free, as a gift. He said someone who stops to help a stranger in the rain deserves a chance to stop struggling." Tears streamed down Sarah's face as Mr. Caldwell continued explaining that Henry wanted to meet with her again to discuss everything. That one act of kindness, that simple decision to help someone in need, had changed her entire life. Sometimes the smallest gestures create the biggest miracles, and Sarah's compassion had come full circle when she needed it most. Thank you so much for watching this heartwarming story. If this touched your heart, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Kindness Voice for more inspiring stories that remind us of the goodness in humanity.